Hello, my name is Adriana, and this is my vlog for round 2 of Squash That series. So if you watched my round 1 vlog, this is directly coming off the tail end of that, heading straight into round 3. I guess round 3 hasn't technically started yet. It doesn't start till midnight Central Time, which is 10 p.m. my time, but because I know I have already lost round 1, we're starting to think about round 2. We're starting to strategize, we're starting to get in the mindset. So fortunately, I actually set myself up not too bad for this particular round. So the round that got picked for this week was teams, and this is a round I have participated in before, so that is good. So basically the rules for this is there's like this graphic, your book length gives you your team points, and then certain aspects of the book you finished will take away points from the other team. So pretty simple to follow along there. The idea of this, I guess, setup originally was to incentivize reading longer books. When we actually competed with these rules, we found it was strategically better to read shorter books and just to keep taking away points from the other team. Because I am a cheerleader, my points count for half as much as my active person, Jigsaw Puzzler. So I will still be doing as much as I can to help her out, but I have set myself up pretty well. I left myself one chapter of The Devil Colony by James Rollins that is well over 500 pages. I think it's like a 600-page book, if I'm remembering correctly. So I could definitely finish that tonight after 10 p.m. and immediately get some points on the board, as well as I think it fits some of the negative prompts as well. I'll have to look at that a little more closely. I left myself a little bit of time in The Dark Prophecy by Rick Riordan. Don't know how long of a book that is in pages because I listened to it as an audiobook. It is 432 pages in the first edition hardcover, so that is definitely worth some points there. That over 400 pages. Like I said, I've set myself up decently well for this round, or I guess set up Jigsaw Puzzler decently well for this round, and we'll immediately get some points on the board. I am a little over halfway through Rule of Wolves, which is obviously another chunky book that I hope to finish before Friday, or I guess on Friday, because my husband and I are taking a trip this weekend and I would like to switch to ebooks for that trip, so I only have to pack this instead of this and other things. Because I can be more chill now, I think I am going to veg out with some TV this afternoon because I need to catch up on Percy Jackson. I need to watch the first episode of RuPaul's Drag Race, and then I need to watch Pit Stop after that. I have stopped watching TV this week because I've just been reading, and now I need to catch up on my TV watching time. So sorry to Jigsaw Puzzler that I'm not gonna be as engaged, but I'm still gonna get you some good points. Good morning. So last night I finished up my last chapter of The Devil Colony and submitted that. It's like a 600-page book, so I definitely got some good positive points there. I think the only negative points I could give it were a sequel to a 5-star. Oh, an owned sequel. I don't know. I don't have the rules in front of me, so I can't quite remember what I all submitted it for. And then this morning, I finished off The Dark Prophecy, the audiobook there, and Murder and Mammon. Really kicking myself for having finished Lore Olympus Volume 5 in qualifying. I should have left a couple pages there. I don't know why I didn't do that. Considering it did take me over an hour to read it, it would have counted for 100 points, and I think I probably could have gotten some other negative points out of it, but whatever. It's fine. I'm doing my best. I mean, my points only count for half anyway since I'm a cheerleader, but I'm having a good time. Still working through Rule of Wolves. I think I'm like 75% into Collided. I don't know if I even talked about me starting this book. It is the second book in the Dirty Air series. I read the first one, Throttled, as part of the Cliterature book club that some gals on YouTube do. And this book, Collided, is bad I don't like it, but I just kind of needed an audiobook sequel to listen to that was available through my library, and that one was available. And I was honestly kind of planning on DNFing it as soon as round 1 was done. But then I looked on Goodreads, and it's actually like a 500-page book. And considering I was already like 60% of the way through it by the time round 1 was over, I just figured I probably should just finish it off and have it count for points, because I am getting through it at a pretty quick pace. But I just have a lot of like some legitimate issues with it and some not legitimate issues with it. Like, legitimate issues, I do not like the trope it started off with. It uses like the fridging trope where a woman in the man's life gets killed off for like his emotional development. Like, she dies in like the first like chapter of the book. So it's like she's not even a character. She's just a set piece that gets killed off to give the main male character emotional depth, which I don't like. So that's a legitimate, I think, fair criticism of me to have for this book. The non-legitimate one is that the male love interest is supposed to be a German race car driver, and the audiobook, they have 2 audiobook narrators, which is great. I love it when they do that. But the male audiobook narrator puts on a German affect for when he's reading for the race car driver, and I just don't like German accents. Like, after working for a German company for 5 years, I just don't associate German accents with sexy things. I associate it with a lot of people I had very strong disagreements with and ended up not having a lot of respect for in the long run. So it is kind of a boner killer whenever he starts doing dirty talk in a German accent. But whatever. Like I said, I'm 75% of the way through it. I will just knock it out, give it a 2-star, and move on with my life. But yeah, other than that, today's the first like full day for me of round 2. Working through what I have going. Really hoping to finish Rule of Wolves by Friday night, because I don't want to have to pack it on our trip this weekend. So I am excited about our trip this weekend. It should be really, really fun. It's going to be really, really cold, but I should get some really fun clips out of it. So I will check in with you guys later. Hello. Yes, hi Trip. I can't remember if I checked in yesterday or not. Also, if I sound out of breath, it's because I am, and I just got back from the gym, and my personal trainer murdered my... If I did check in yesterday morning, I was probably a lot more hopeful about my ability to read than I actually ended up reading, because yesterday was a bit of a shit show. So at like 10 a.m., I found out that the train my husband and I were going to take to go on our trip this weekend got canceled. So then I had to figure out how to get a refund for that, work through trying to get a refund for the Airbnb we had for the weekend, still working through that. And then yesterday was my husband's like actual birthday. So like this week, the weekend trip was supposed to be his birthday trip. Yesterday was his actual birthday, so we went out to dinner with my parents. So yeah, I didn't get much, if any, reading done yesterday, but I am almost done with Collided. I have about 50 minutes left, and I'm listening at 1.5 times speed. I have 35-ish, 37-ish minutes of reading left for that. We're here. We're doing it. I'm tired, but I still gotta work today. But I guess with my trip being canceled this weekend, I should have some more time to read. Potentially. We will see. Good morning. So yesterday I finished Collided, which was a very chunky book, but didn't count for very many negative points. So, I mean, whatever. Like, a win is a win. We got some more points on the board. That helps. I started Tokyo Dreaming. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish that by Tuesday. It would be ideal if I could, because it will catch me up on a series. Or maybe complete a series. I don't know if this series is duology or if it's going to continue to go on. Whatever. We're working through some books. I have this much left of Rule of Wolves. I guess I have like 160 pages left. So I could definitely finish this weekend if I buckle down. And then I just got approved for the NetGalley arc of Sunbringer, the sequel to the God Killer, and I'm very excited about that prospect because that book was very good. I don't know if that's a duology, but if it were, that'd be really good and fun. So today's Friday, just working, hanging out. Like I had mentioned yesterday, my trip to Montana got canceled, so we're just gonna go up to our regular ski resort, try to ski maybe 1 or 2 runs. It's gonna be very, very cold, like 3 degrees Fahrenheit cold. So we'll see how we do.
Breathe is you.
Hello. Doing a bit of a later check-in today. I finished Rule of Wolves yesterday. Absolutely adored it. I think it might be my favorite book of the Grishaverse. Like, I know that's kind of a hot take. Not very many people like King of Scars, but I think I like King of Scars and Rule of Wolves better than Six of Crows or the originals. So that's where we're at there. I am currently now reading The Weavers of Alamaxa, the second book in the duology. And then I am listening to Tokyo Dreaming. I don't know if I mentioned that in my last check-in. But we got our score check-in, and Jigsaw Puzzler and I are very, very much ahead. Pretty large gap, but that makes me nervous considering there's still all of this weekend to go through. And I'm assuming that will light a fire on the other team. So we'll have to see how that goes. I will do my best to finish Weavers of Alamaxa because that should be quite a few positive points and quite a few negative points. So that would be a good one to finish. Got a couple other books I could try to throw into the mix last minute that are short, quick reads just to get some more points on the board, but we shall see how everything goes. But today we went skiing in negative degree weather, which was a new experience for me and very, very cold, but we did it. And now it's just gonna be hanging out and reading, enjoying the very much below freezing weather. All right, quick little check-in because I have to run to a training session at the gym, but I am a little over halfway through Weavers of Alamaxa. I have today off, so I think I should be able to get it done by Tuesday. I'm only 30% of the way into Tokyo Dreaming, so we'll see how that goes. Did not do much skiing this weekend. It was just too damn cold. That's why all you got was that clip in the bar as far as skiing goes. But yeah, just trying to stay warm and survive and get through some reading so that Jigsaw Puzzler and I can maintain our lead. Fingers crossed.
Whoa. What did you get?
Nectar of the Gods.
Where's that? Right there.
Good morning. Recording this from my phone because my camera's already all packed up. I am traveling for work this week, leaving home at about 11:30. My mom's going to drive me to the airport. My dog is being a menace. What's new? I have 100 pages left of Weavers of Alamaxa. I'm currently recording on my phone, so I don't know where I'm at in Tokyo Dreaming, but I think probably 60%. And then I do have a audiobook novella. Okay, I figured out the cause of Trip's anguish. The vacuum was in the way of him being able to get here because he is terrified of the vacuum. Anyway, moving on back to books. I do have a novella in the Trials of Apollo series. It's a 3.5 hour long audiobook, but if I listen to it at 1.5 times speed, I should be able to listen to it on my drive from the airport in Sacramento down to where I'll be working for the week. So that should be easy to get knocked out of the way. Yeah, again, I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to finish Tokyo Dreaming tonight and Weavers of Alamaxa, but I think I will prioritize Weavers of Alamaxa because it's a finish to a series, and that is minus 100 points, and that is a pretty big swing. At our last score check-in last night, Jigsaw, Puzzler, and I were behind, but apparently both teams are positive points. So
I don't think we're too far apart. We'll have to see. I might also, if I do manage to finish Weavers of Alamaxa, like while I'm on the plane, might knock out a bunch of the Wicked and the Divine volumes, because that's just a quick 50 points I can just get through hopefully pretty quick, but we'll have to see. Again, this is all dependent on how quickly I read on the plane and just kind of how smooth everything goes on this travel day. We'll see. I'll get back to you.
Okay, so while in the plane, I did manage to finish Weavers of Alamaxa. Now, while I'm doing my 2-ish hour drive down to Turlock, I am going to listen to a novella from the Apollo Trials series. This is supposed to be like 2.5. It's like Camp Half-Blood something. It is like a 3.5 hour audiobook. I'm listening to it at 1.5 times speed, so it will take me over an hour so I can count it for full points, which will be great. But yeah, I'm just gonna scarf down this grocery store sushi in this parking lot, because traveling for work is just so glamorous and exhilarating and fun. But yeah, I might check in again when I get to the hotel, just because then I will know what more I could possibly try to read for this round. The next round did get announced, but I'm not going to talk too much about that because I'll talk about it in the next vlog, video, whatever. Anyway, I'm going to eat some dinner and then start my drive.
Hello. I made it to my hotel room down in California. It's raining a ton here, so I am feeling a bit drowned rat. But on the drive, I did manage to finish the Camp Half-Blood Confidential. So I submitted that for points right in under the wire. It's currently 9:37, and this readathon ends at 10 p.m. my time, this time, the time zone I am currently inhabiting. I think that's all the reading I'm going to get done. Unfortunately, I did not finish Tokyo Dreaming. I can't remember how far along I am in that, but I will definitely finish it for the next round, which is fine. I think it fits pretty okay for some of the stuff in the next round. I am very nervously awaiting to see how Jigsaw Puzzler and I end up in our matchup. So I guess this won't quite be the final clip, because I don't know what the end of this round is yet. But with that, I guess I will check in tomorrow morning and let you know how we did. Good morning. So just a quick final update for round 2. Jigsaw Puzzler and I got squashed. So we were ahead in the first check-in, and then when we had points, and then the second check-in, it said we were just behind, but I don't know by how much. I need to go back and check in the Discord. Bailey did put hints as to how far apart the gap was at that point, but the final score was like, I can't remember what the actual numbers were, but the point difference was like 7,200. It was very different. So I don't think me finishing the audiobook I was working on, Tokyo Dreaming, would have helped anyway. I'm excited for round 3. It's time to get going, keep reading, keep finishing series. So thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next video.